Good morning, Lompoc.
Good morning, Lompoc. We're happy to be here. It is Friday.
It is Friday.
And we switched sides.
We switched places in the studio, and now I feel very awkward, and the mic is so big in front of me.
Well, we had to, maybe this is a good, we had to tear everything down.
We did
and
on
then
Friday.
set it all back up because we had a telethon.
We moved locations. We were at Grocery Outlet, so we had an amazing night. The crackers are obviously always so much fun. More fun than us. More fun than you, that's for sure. Maybe not more fun than me, but but we had a great telethon thanks to you guys.
We weren't sure how much we would raise.
No.
Had no idea.
We ended the night raising $5,905 from all of you, and they're already up to $16,503, and their goal was to raise $20,000 by the end of this month. So I think they'll get there. And that's all going to benefit the Lompoc Food Pantry here in town.
Yeah. So the $20,000 was going to help Food Pantry throughout the year sustain and feed about a third of our community, if not a little bit more. So if we can get past that, the more the better. It helps to feed our community, and it's just a wonderful thing. So we had an absolute blast. If you're bored sometime over the weekend and you just want to go check out the telethon, it's 3 hours, but we did have a lot of fun.
Yeah, don't watch the whole thing.
But it's on it's on our page.
Jeremy did lose an eyebrow.
I did. You'll notice part of it was to shave half an eyebrow if we topped $5,000. So both Aaron and I did that.
He did, and he also had blue hair for a little while.
Yes, up. I kind of sprayed it up my nose accidentally too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but
it's a lot of fun.
You can participate anytime.
Yes.
You can go online. Visit golompoc.square.site to donate. They're doing lots of different events all month. They're partnering with Wild West Pizza here in town, and they're doing a little tri-tip dinner this Saturday. So that was all pre-order. So I think they already sold out for that. Yeah. But it just goes to show this community is so supportive, especially right now when we are having a pretty difficult time. So that drone shot, if you caught us at the intro, that was from last night. So that does show that Lompoc is still beautiful despite the news that you might be watching. So anyways, we have a fun show today. Lots of fun local updates. We have some neat stuff about space too, and a little history
lesson
about one of the astronauts. And then we have a new junior anchor. Her name is Miss Alaia, and she is going to be starting a new segment called Fun Fact Friday.
Yes.
So that'll be coming up a little bit later.
Nailed it.
She's amazing. Yeah. And then we also did another mural walk with Thompson and Vicki Andersen from the Mural Society.
And they're not boring at all.
Oh my gosh, they're such a fun little duo.
Yeah, they brought a lot of life to some of the murals that have been here for a long time, but we just didn't know the background. So we're very excited to share that with you. Encourage you to get outside this weekend if you can walk downtown and you want to check out some of those murals. This is definitely, I would help you, but we're having a show.
Sorry. You'll just see me like this, like the whole time. All right. So, yes, I am. So, first up, there was a little event last Friday, right? With the Feed the Farmworkers.
Yes. And I just got a last minute update on some of the names. So if I leave somebody out, I apologize. But Shamante Jackson had put together just a really feel-good thing where they had gone out on Floridale and taken some food and some cupcakes. They had a caterer there. Everyone got together and did their best to feed and give some sustenance to the field workers out there, and a showing of solidarity. So I again, Shamante, you sent me some names. I know Davika Stallings was out there. The Roots Dispensary was out there. I forget the name.
Ursula Ramos, Erica Castaneda, Miriam, Sandy.
From 95.7 The Beat. And then I think down from Ventura, they came up here at Cali Gente Catering. Came and fed them as well. So
that's awesome.
Anyway, they're going to do it again soon. And if we can, we're going to meet them out there so we can take some footage or capture some footage and show you the goodwill and good work that's
and we were just driving out there out through there last night, and the artichokes right now are beautiful. And then if you drive a little bit further, like you're going to the prison, but just driving by, and there's these beautiful thistles. I don't know if anybody's seen the thistles out there, but they're like the size of like an orange. They're huge, and
they have beautiful purple flowers on them. It's that time of year, so
check it out. And then also there was the Spirit of Fiesta, right?
So this is Lompoc. This is cool, and I I haven't had the chance to meet either of these ladies, but Elena
Yes.
Velasco from Garcia Dance Studio. She won, or she is now the Spirit of Fiesta 2020. Which is amazing. And her instructor at the dance studio, Garcia Dance Studio, was also the Spirit of Fiesta in
Laura
1986.
Garcia Haas. So she's the owner of the dance studio, and she won it in 1986, like you just said. Sorry.
And Garcia Dance Studio has been open in Lompoc for 24 years, which I had no idea. So congratulations to them, and Lompoc representing on the big stage for Fiesta in Santa Barbara.
Maybe we can do some virtual, like, Zoom dance classes.
Yeah, maybe.
Then we
you
have
want to start with your left foot or your right foot?
I have 2 left feet, so can they both play?
Well, we just need extra training.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I need help. So
but anyway, congratulations to Elena. That's a big deal. Spirit of Fiesta 2020.
Yes. And then more fun news. So there is a fire truck mural here in town over by the fire station.
They just
redid it. So Ann Thompson, who will be seen a little bit later, she's the official curator. And so she goes and she retouches all the murals to keep them looking beautiful and vibrant. And that one just got put back up. So there it is in the background up there.
Dave Baker pulls out that fire truck and goes and parks it right next to it, which is pretty awesome.
I think they're matching, right?
That's pretty
There's
rad.
the Baker family there.
On July 4th, yeah.
So
how cool is it? We have that refurbished fire truck right here in Lompoc. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And Jeremy wanted to give us a little history lesson as part of our segment. So this is a test of Jeremy's memorization. So let's not judge him too harshly.
Yes, please.
Because that is my job.
I'm getting old.
So we have Ron Mcnair, right?
Yes. Okay, so who is Ron Mcnair? Well, Ron Mcnair unfortunately passed away in the Challenger accident. He was an astronaut that died in 1986. And I'm going to work my way backwards just a little bit. You'll notice he was born in 1950, so he died at the age of 35. At the age of 35, he had a doctorate from MIT, plus 4 additional doctorates, honorary doctorates. He was one of 3 African Americans to be selected out of 35 that were selected out of 10,000 candidates in 1978. He was the second African American to go into space, which is kind of amazing. And he was the first guy, I believe, to to be on a spacewalk untethered. And he was also in charge of the amazing arm that the Challenger had, the space shuttle, which would help to move stuff around. Just incredible story. But when he started out as a young kid, he was in segregated schools. When he was 9 years old, he went to a whites-only library, picked out the books that he wanted, went to the counter. The lady said, "I'm so sorry, no way, you're the wrong color." He insisted at 9 years old, so he stayed. The librarian called the police on a 9-year-old, and the police came and tried to settle the situation. It finally worked out. His mom, Pearl, came and guaranteed that if they didn't bring the books back, that they would pay for them. Fast forward, that same library that was segregated now has his name on it, which is a really fascinating story. So anyway, look up.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Look him up.
You did a good job.
Thank you. I try to remember as much as possible. But anyway, I grabbed a couple of video clips too, just to let us know. A lot of us will remember a teacher went into space and the Challenger accident. That was a really horrific thing. But anyway, Ron Mcnair, this is a little statue of him.
This is him with everybody who was on the Challenger.
Yeah.
So we've got a little clip from that. You really want to play that clip?
Yeah, I just wanted people to remember. That's okay. And then let's play his second clip after that.
Good. Right. Got half-mast. Okay, good.
Ron Mcnair's second mission was again on the Space Shuttle Challenger in January of 1986.
What I'll do is introduce the next crew member. We'll just go down the line, let everybody say a little.
We look forward to launching from the Cape first of all, and returning here a few days later. I had the privilege of being a part of the crew a couple of years ago that made the first landing here at the Cape, and I intend to be a part of the crew to make the first return landing to the Cape in about a week.
6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Yeah, we cut it off before I go stand there.
So anyway, we know how that ended.
Yeah.
Another quick note that it just blows my mind. 2 things. this guy was at the age of 35 with all of his doctorates. He was an expert at MIT in lasers. He was a saxophone player, a musician, and he was going to be doing the second recording ever of musical solo in space, and that he had a saxophone with him on the Challenger. And the other thing, he was a sixth level black belt in Taekwondo. So all of this stuff he got done by the age of 35. I was so impressed, and I had no idea about him.
Does it make you feel like a loser?
I have a lot of work to do to catch up, for sure. I'm still working on my first doctorate.
He made this great little speech.
Yes.
Where did he make this at?
2 years before he passed away, South Carolina, I believe. Wherever I don't want to mispronounce
That's
it.
okay.
But anyway, he made his a commencement speech, and I just grabbed a piece of it with a positive message that I thought.
Those of you that are headed for academia, as either on the elementary, secondary, or college level, as you move into those areas in an attempt to rectify the negative trends in education throughout our nation today, you'll find that the world can get downright icy. But do not let the world's adversity either stifle your enthusiasm nor blind your vision. But the struggle towards excellence must ever be conducted on the high planes of self-confidence, a sense of purpose, and positive thought. Go forth with the knowledge that you are better than enough. Go forth with a desire to accomplish, with a desire to contribute to our society.
What a great message. So that was just a really cool little piece of history that we wanted to dig into. It was kind of inspired. I don't know if you were looking at this at the same time that I was looking at a couple days ago. I don't know if anybody saw it, but the guys that are from the U.S. that were launched from the International Space Station, I believe it's Bob and Doug. I forgot to put my notes up, and now might be having a brain fart.
Somebody can correct us.
But I think it's Bob and Doug. They did an interview with the New York Times, The Daily, and with Fox News later. And one of the questions that they were asked, and it really stuck with me, was when you hear news from here on Earth of what's happening here, and then you're looking down, how does it make you feel? I think I have it. Yeah, what does it feel like to look down on a planet that's truly in the middle of such tumultuous times? And I just really appreciated his words here. This is what he said. Just a second.
When you look out the window, when you see the planet below, you don't see borders, you don't see the strife. You see this beautiful planet that we need to take care of. And, hopefully as technology advances and as this commercial space travel gets going, more people will get that opportunity, because I think if you get the chance to look out the window from space and look back on our planet, it will change you. It will change you for the better, and you'll realize that this is one big world rather than all these different little countries or cities or factions that we have on the planet. And I think it will make it a better place.
So I just so appreciated that, because obviously we're all going through a lot right now. And, those of us with kids, not us, those of you with kids, I can't imagine, how you're preparing for, upcoming days and school and how all that's going to work.
Stress.
Jobs, there's so much stress happening. But we're kind of all in this together. I appreciate the fact that when you look down on Earth, you don't see borders. You just see one really beautiful planet, and we live in a really amazing place. So I don't know if I found that at the same time that you were looking into McNair, but it was kind of synced up, and it made me want to go and just look up some footage just to get a sense of what they're looking at up there. And I just thought this was really beautiful. I don't know. I thought that kind of got me. So
and we got confirmation from our we have an asset at NASA here in Lompoc.
Oh, we
Julie
do.
Scheringer.
Oh, of course,
Did confirm
yes.
that it is indeed Bob and Doug.
Oh,
are
thank
the
you.
names of the guys in space. Thank you,
Oh,
Julie.
good. Thank you, Julie. Oh, man. Yeah, sometimes
So
you just, yeah.
What I really appreciated is because I was kind of, my goal was to just dig into history, and it wound up being a little bit about space.
Yeah.
And you're reminding us of what's happening currently and how the future is developing in space as well. So
Yeah.
I just love the balance of, we have to remember a little bit of history. We got to keep brushing up on that even when we're out of school.
Yep.
Shame on me. And we have to keep looking ahead and thinking about what we're going to be doing in the future and
Yes.
how we're going to be working
Even though
together.
the future might still feel a little bit vague and we feel like we're all just going to be home forever. But I think that eventually we're going to be able to go outside and see friends
Hopefully.
more often. And
That's
yeah,
fine.
without, yeah, it's,
You know what?
Anyways.
So not to skip ahead too much, but I
please.
forgot to mention at the
Keep us
beginning
on
of the
track.
show that please, if you can make it till the end of the show, we have an excellent surprise for you. I don't know if it's a surprise, but we have
Yeah.
music back on our show, and we have some local experts in creating danceable music.
yes.
Which is the Shinebox Boys, which two of the members of that band are related to our great friend and musical director, Jacob Cole.
Yes.
So that's going to be super exciting. Right at the end of the show today, we're going to play a fresh video from the Shinebox Boys.
And I think those were the guys that we got to see at the beach.
Yeah,
one
the
time.
beach restaurant here, which I think hopefully will reopen eventually. They had a nice little outdoor area, and we just happened to stumble in after, I think, Old Town days, and they were playing it. It was really incredible.
awesome.
And yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so stay till the end of the show and we'll have them
Shinebox
on.
Boys.
So,
gonna be
anyways, I don't know if some of you have maybe heard about Healthy Trails. Healthy People Healthy Trails? Yeah, Healthy People Healthy Trails. Healthy
Close enough.
People Healthy Trails is doing a summer challenge to try to keep us all active and get us out of like our stretchy like lounge pants and into like maybe some stretchy workout pants. So just like a transition of pants, but get us outside, trying to keep us active for 30 minutes a day. You can sign up online and make a pledge, and they are it's super easy, just a little fun pledge to join here, just to keep track of your time to get outside. And if you do, while supplies last, they're giving out these free bandanas.
Free bandanas.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I signed up mostly because I want a bandana, so I hope that supplies don't run out. And then I also need to get outside. So one of the loops that they have on their website to be able to check out is a quick little loop around the downtown. It's 1.3 miles. It's called the Stone Pine Loop, and that will take you through all of the Lompoc murals. So you'll get to check those out and go down some of the alleyways and maybe discover some things you haven't seen. And if you are looking at the murals, there's always little cool things to find on those and little bits of history too. So,
So if you're trying to get outside and just get some fresh air and go walking, we're going to try to start doing that once in a while, and maybe we can let you guys know when we'll be out in the future. And then if you guys want to join us, social distance, of course.
Yes.
And
don't stand downwind from Jeremy though. He eats a lot of beans. So
What? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I
God.
just thought that was funny.
That was really bold.
It was bold. Anyways,
No, but beans are good, and Lompoc is good at beans. So okay,
we're good at beans. So
don't front on the bean
I'm
situation.
definitely not.
No, because okay.
Anyways,
yes, what she said.
so we had a chance to do a little walk with Ann Thompson and Vicki Andersen again, and so they are going to give us a little more info about a few of our murals. So check them out.
I told her to bring a clipboard. You look professional.
Why don't you start?
Oh, well, let me get my research paper out.
The Lompoc's first mayor was Harvey Rudolph. He lived in a beautiful 3-story Victorian-style home located on Ocean and E. And the home was bulldozed down in the 60s to make room for construction of a grocery store to accommodate the booming population of Lompoc.
The Rudolph Mansion mural was done by Leonardo Nunez. And he took approximately 6 months, was it?
He spent 6 months basically out here on scaffolding. And he's a local artist, but his work is very detailed. Every single shingle is painted. It's incredible in the detail, and all the hairs on the horses. And even before he got the commission, he'd already done all this research. When he turned in his design concept was a big, huge black and white color drawing, and he researched all the buildings that actually existed along the street there where the mansion was. I think pretty much everything that's on there actually existed at one point on that street. He was pretty clear about his resource material. Were photographs and stuff from the period.
particular mural is dedicated to the strong-willed women who wanted to keep this community alcohol-free.
Lompoc was founded as a temperance colony in, I think it's 1874, and they were trying to keep us on the right path, obviously.
Well, this drugstore apparently was the place where alcohol was being produced.
And this League of Women decided they were going to let the people know that that wasn't going to happen, and gathered together and put a rope around the foundation of this drugstore and pulled it off its foundation, basically.
There were approximately 150 mothers and daughters who gathered together, got this rope around this building, and they were just, I don't want to say enraged, but they were very enthusiastic.
It was a Mrs. Pierce that was kind of their ringleader, it sounds like.
Yeah, and she's depicted at the far end of the mural, axing away at one of the barrels of alcohol that she found.
And this is one of the earlier murals. It was painted in 1992. The artist's name was Dan Sawatsky. He's currently a resident of Chemainus and was part of the beginnings of the mural project in Chemainus. And Chemainus, if you remember some of our history of the mural project here, is the little town that Gene and Judy Stevens visited, saw what they were doing and what it was doing for their economy, bringing art there and tourism there, and brought the idea back to Lompoc.
She was the master artist.
Shared.
She and Linda Gooch.
Doesn't mean I remember all the dates. This is about the Point Conception Lighthouse. It wasn't completed and used until 1855. And it's still there.
And you can't get to it very easily. I mean, it's no easy access.
It's all privately owned now. I did get to go a couple of years ago with the Historical Society. They let me get in on one of their little tours. It's a beautiful location. You can get to it if you walk down the beach at low tide from like Halama. Interesting thing about this one is this is one we first started painting on the walls instead of doing panels. The mural in the days, historically, the first one was done in 1992. It was the Chumash Indians. It was painted on a freestanding wall in Ryan Park as part of the Harvest Arts Festival. But then we decided there were so many problems with the panels, so we started painting on walls. And this one is a big wall. We didn't think about it when we decided to use the wall. This was interesting because it had to be a meeting of two minds kind of to work on this together. And Linda and I had worked on the Cypress Gallery mural together, so we were a little bit used to it. But her style is very tight and mine is a lot looser. It was kind of a mesh of the two of us in the end. It's not like, doesn't look like mine, doesn't look like hers. It's in between.
Thank you guys so much.
They are adorable.
They are. They're cuter than us, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, so two things. We'd love to join some folks eventually. I know a few folks commented that they need to go for a walk and check out some of these things downtown.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to do that more and more. It's such a beautiful little spot, and some of these things get forgotten, especially when we're sitting at home a lot. And then the other thing is like, gosh, if there's ever a way for us to sneak down and see that lighthouse.
I want to do it. I think the only thing I'm worried about is like, what if I get stuck out there and there's no cell reception and nobody is going to come get me? So
I'll be there.
I feel like I'm going to have to make a post that I'm going to be doing this. And then if you don't hear back from me by 9 p.m. that night, please send rescue. I need help. So that might happen.
This isn't a Lewis and Clark expedition. This is a walk on the beach.
I did see that there's videos of people doing it, and I think they seem to be successful. So I'm going to have to try it one of these days.
Anyway, if you'd like to join us sometime, let's make a field trip day.
And it's better in numbers because if we do get stranded, at least there's like more people, and we can keep like each other warm if we make like a hut or something. I don't know. I'm very worried about being stranded, obviously, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
So thank you ladies very much for that.
Yes,
we have
awesome.
one more update from Miss Alaia with a Fun Fact Friday. And
okay, so before we start this,
please.
if your kids are close by and they're not watching, they probably want to tune in pretty quickly because Miss Alaia is on fire with this report.
Yes.
And we're very excited to share that with you.
Here she is. Thank you.
Good morning, Lompoc. This is Alaia with Fun Fact Friday! Today's theme is birthday cakes. One of the biggest ever birthday cakes was as heavy as an elephant. Also, world record for birthday candles on a cake stands over 70,000. And people put chocolate on their cakes because it is the most popular for birthday cakes. And tomorrow is not only Slurpee Day, but also my birthday, where I will have a record 8 candles on my own birthday cake.
Happy birthday!
And that's all.
Woohoo! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Miss
birthday,
Alaia.
Miss Alaia. Oh my gosh. So I have to say, like, when she was like this and like this and like this, I was taking their
He
photos
took pictures.
around Christmas time. So I have like 4 or 5 years of her from like year 0.5 to like year 4 or 5.
She's been
Anyway,
growing.
Can't believe she's
been
going to
growing.
be 8 years
I know.
old. 8 years
And
old.
that was very interesting. I didn't know that the biggest birthday cake ever weighed as much as an elephant.
Yeah, or had 70,000
I
candles.
can't imagine lighting 70,000. Would you just use like a flame machine, like one of those? Is it? That's not a
Let's not-
flamethrower.
this
It's
is
like a flame
This
spitter.
is a family show.
Yeah, but I was just thinking that's maybe how you would light all those candles, but I'm not totally sure.
But those are fascinating facts. And we're hoping that Miss Alaia will continue to update us with fascinating facts or Fun Fact
She
Friday.
said she already has something in store for us next week, so
We're
we'll
very
have
excited.
to hear about
So if you
that.
guys enjoyed that, Miss Alaia is the queen here today.
Yes.
So yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I think that's our show.
Okay.
We are going into the Shinebox Boys.
Yes, we are.
And
what do you want to talk about next week?
The only thing I did want to mention is there's just a little bit of sad news. We have decided, I have gotten pretty busy with work, which is good so that I can pay my bills. So we are going to be taking off Mondays, I believe, moving forward. It's just a little too much at the moment. So I just need some time to catch up, and then maybe we'll bring it back.
Yes. Can I say a couple words about that?
Please do.
So our idea here, and again, it's not because people aren't watching.
Oh, we love you guys.
There's tons of
Seriously,
people starting
thank
to plug in. We just want to make sure that we can balance our work life, be able to breathe, take a little bit of time off, and then come back with a great show every time that we actually show up.
And
So
energy and me not hating you.
But on Fridays, we may bring back some special occasion Mondays that may be a little bit short form, that may be just informational and positive to get you started. We'll see. And on Fridays, as you know, a few of our past episodes, we really dug into some interviews and tried to tell a much deeper, more thoughtful story.
Yeah.
So if we can take a little bit of time and kind of adjust here, I think that will allow us to really dig deep and tell some of these incredible stories that Lompoc has, whether it's its citizens or things that are happening or its history. Anyway, that'll give us some flexibility to do that.
More time to put more thoughtful content together and make sure we still like each other on camera when we're talking too. So,
But we'll
anyways,
take the business while it's coming. Too,
yes,
so,
that's our only slightly sad update, but maybe it gives us more time to get out.
So
and,
if you haven't watched
learn more
all the
about
episodes, maybe on Monday you can do a little binge watching, watch some old episodes, or check out the telethon again that we had with Grocery
was a lot
Outlet.
of fun.
I wouldn't be surprised if they get over their target here in the next, I don't know, hopefully a couple of days, if not a week or so. But anyway, if you haven't donated yet or would like to participate, that's still happening. So don't forget. I am so excited that Jacob Cole sent us this video. Again, we got to see these folks play at the beach, I think last year. But this is the Shinebox Boys. So please enjoy your Friday and your weekend. And remember the song and have fun.
Enjoy. Thank you guys.
See
Have
you
a
next
great
week.
weekend.
Hey everybody, my name is Philip and I'm a local musician from Lompoc, California. My cousin Jacob asked me to gather a couple of musicians and play a song for Good Morning Lompoc. The two gentlemen that accompany me are Kevin Martin and Jonathan Palamo, two tenured musicians also located in Lompoc, California. The song we're playing is entitled Heaven, an original by John. We hope you enjoy and stay safe.
Well, I saw a pretty lady down by the sea at an old honky tonk where the music is free. I was sitting at the bar, sipping on beer till I got drunk. She was standing right across the way. I looked into her eyes and fell in love. Heaven, save a little piece of your heaven. me, senor.